I have a 7-day-old new birth sourdough starter, and we're about to make our first loaf of bread with it. I'm so excited. This is a complete double rise. It's like right at the second rim. This is my first ever sourdough starter that is bread flour. My other one is a whole wheat flour sourdough starter. So I'm excited to see the different taste and texture of this bread, if there is any. We're gonna do 150 grams of sourdough starter. Then we're gonna do 350 grams of water. I'm using spring water. We're gonna mix up the starter and the water just till it's really well combined. It's gonna look kind of like frothy milk. If you wanted to know how to make a sourdough starter, check out my last video. We just completed this one and it's brand new. I'll walk you step through step from day 1 to day 7 on how to make a brand new sourdough starter. We're gonna add in 500 grams of flour, and I'm using bread flour. I'm gonna add in 8 grams of salt, so I just tear it out my scale. And I'm gonna put it into this coffee cup. It actually ended up being 9 grams, that's okay. So I'm gonna put in the 9 grams. I'm using Redmond sea salt. And then you can put honey, you don't have to, it's optional. I really like honey in my bread. So we're gonna add in just a little bit of honey. I'm not even gonna measure, I'm just gonna put in a little bit. Just a little drizzle. Get that incorporated. All right, now it's getting kind of hard to do it with my spoon. So I'm gonna go in with some wet hands. Got some wet hands, so I'm just gonna go in and just try to get it together as a shaggy ball. Here at a shaggy ball, it's very shaggy. We are gonna let this rest for 1 hour with a wet cloth on top of it. I got a large kitchen towel and I just wet it, wrung out the water, and then I'm just gonna put it over my bowl. And we're gonna come back in 1 hour and then we're gonna start some stretch and folds. It's been 1 hour, so now it's time for stretch and folds. Let me wet my hands. We got wet hands. We are just gonna do 4 stretch and folds. You're gonna gently pull it up. Oh gosh, put it down. You're gonna gently pull it up and pull it over. Up and over. Up and over. I'm on a time crunch. Normally I do every like 30 minutes, but I'm gonna do like every 20 minutes. We're gonna cover it back. Be back in 20 minutes. Now it's time to do our second set of stretch and folds. I'll let my hand pull up and stretch it, pull over. Just try not to rip it. Pull over. You do this 4 times. All right, last one. All right, and then we'll be back in 15 to 20 minutes to do one more, and then we're gonna let it rest for 4 to 6 hours. 15 minutes went by. I know that's like super quick, but I gotta get to town super fast and it's getting late. So I got my hand wet, stretch it out, fold it over, stretch it out, fold it over. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of oil to this pan. I think that's gonna be my last stretch and fold for the day. I'm gonna take a little bit of chosen avocado oil. This is like 100% pure, good stuff. Just gonna coat the sourdough bread, or the sourdough dough, and I'm just gonna turn it over on itself so it doesn't stick. And I'm gonna spray the edges. So I'm gonna go run to town. When we get back, we're gonna bake some bread. Hopefully it's doubled in size when I get back. It's doubled in size, it's jiggly, it got bubbles. It's only proof for 3.5 hours, but it's late, it's 10:30 at night. So we're just gonna roll with it and see what happens. I'm just gonna dump it on the counter. It should come out pretty easily since I oiled it. And I'm just gonna shape it. My friend Kristlyn says she just cooks hers on a cookie sheet. So I'm just gonna try that tonight and see how it goes. We're just gonna gently stretch it out. I can already tell the texture of this is a different texture slightly than my whole wheat bread. I'm gonna fold it on itself, go half, other half. Do a little bit of flour on the surface since it's kind of wanting to stick. I got the oven preheating right now to 400 degrees, and we are gonna bake it for, normally I do 25 minutes with the lid on, 25 minutes with the lid off, so I guess we're just gonna do 50 minutes straight with no lid. It's just a constant push and pull. And then I wet my hands so it didn't like tear it anymore because it was kind of pulling with it. Cooking it right here on this parchment paper. Do a little smiley face. We'll see what that does. On the bottom rack, we're gonna put this cake pan with some water in it. This is gonna help just create some moisture in the air, hopefully giving it a good soft crust. This is the loaf. It kind of flattened out, so let's see what happens after it comes out the oven. Just got the bread out the oven. I just want to say the tray, the cookie sheet of water cooking with this made this bread extremely soft. Like It is so soft. So we're gonna cut it. It's still pretty warm, but it's late and I need it to cool fast because I am tired and I'm ready to go to bed. It rose pretty good too for it just being like slapped on a cookie sheet. The first bake from a 7-day-old sourdough starter, and that came out beautiful. That's some pretty crumb and it's hot. It is steaming. I don't know if you can see the steam. It's steaming. Super light and airy. The crust is super soft. It's great. It came out so good. Cheers.